Okay, so we're gonna try this again. I have kind of adjusted myself to avoid as much as possible those loud, cringy noises in between me speaking. But let's get into it. For this message, I want to look into what's coming our way. For some of you, I'm instantly getting chills. And as I say that, we can't even make this up. Look at this. Look at this. Take a moment. The chills card. I can't. There are plenty of you listening to this who are awaiting a new home in a literal sense, a new home. Where's my coffee? In a figurative sense. Hold on. So this could be like an actual structure where you're waiting on the real estate, the property, or you're waiting on home with a person within yourself, a new soul tribe, a new sense of comfort. Whatever it is, it's coming, and you could be getting chills as you're listening to this because you know that this is what you needed to hear and you can feel it coming. But it gets frustrating sometimes because you'll feel it coming, and then weeks will pass by, months will pass by, and you're like, I still don't have it. Why? Am I going crazy? Am I making this up? And it kind of reminds me of something I was telling Sam earlier, one of our tribers, in the comments of a previous post. And I said something along the lines of self-evolution is going to shift your timeline. So whereas something was close by in a way that no, you weren't going crazy, right? You felt it coming, you felt it coming, you felt it coming. And then all of a sudden it didn't come. A lot of times that is because we've evolved so much that we're ready for something better. So it's as if you were about to step into, I don't know, a 1-bedroom house that would have been just fine, but now you've evolved to a 5-bedroom house. So of course that's going to take a little bit more time because now the timeline is recalibrating to align you with what is now aligned with better. It's now matching the better that the higher self in you expects, deserves, desires. And sometimes we don't even realize we desire better. Sometimes we get so impatient that we're like, just give me whatever, just give me the 1-bedroom house. But that's why we have our compass, our higher self, spirit, who knows better, who's like, bitch, long term, you know you're gonna want better than this. You're just impatient because you've been waiting so long, you think you want anything. And that's just that short-term ego gratification that you're looking for. And sometimes it's just the fears getting in the way. Because then the ego and whatever else starts telling you, the low vibrational energy starts saying, you're not going to get that. You're not worth that. Just kidding. All these signs were for nothing. When we know damn well that's not true. So definitely a new beginning coming here. We have 555. That speaks to this testimonial. Okay, change is inevitable, it says. Embrace the changes ahead. They are bringing you what you've asked for in a way you didn't expect. Okay, exactly what I was saying. So whatever it is that you've been praying for over these past few weeks, months, year, is arriving, but very likely, in fact, certainly, in a way you weren't expecting. And we must not negate the fact that along this path, there are so many things we have received, so many things we are currently living in that are fulfilling the prayers we once prayed. So we have to take a moment to be like, whoa, I once prayed for this partner, check, I have that partner. I once prayed for this feeling, check, I have that. I once prayed for this confidence, check, it's here. So we can't lose sight of what we're being given, what we have been given along the way of waiting for the next best thing. We cannot get caught up in continuously waiting and anticipating the next best thing, because then life is just passing us by. There's no real fun in that. There is fun now in expecting more and also carrying gratitude along the way, because then we fall into this beautiful, you know, rhythmic pattern where it's like, oh, another blessing. Let me celebrate this. But also, I know more is coming, right? So we kind of need both of those factors in order for true fulfillment to be in place. Does that make sense? Holding on to gratitude while continuously walking the path of beautiful expectation. But it's when we lose that sense of gratitude, we forget what we've been given, what we've worked so hard for along the way, that we start to fall into, you know, this ungratefulness, depression, sadness, comparison mode. Oh my God, why did they get it? Why did they get to move into that house? Why does she have the best husband? She's a bitch. You know, it's like, take yourself out of that and realize what you have in your own lane, because your timeline is unlike anybody else's timeline. It should not be compared. So yeah, we have a positive and uplifting message is on its way to you. Hello, somebody. We're talking about what's coming your way. We have communication coming your way. We have numbers 888 here, 117. Some of you have been awaiting some sort of beautiful message to blow you away, right? You're waiting on that confirmation, that apology, that beautiful love note. It's coming. Right next to the lucky charm, the positive message coming, you have the fortunate song here. Fortunate to have you, girl. I'm so glad you're in my world. I have a delivery coming. Thanks, notification. Oh, look, see, confirmation right there. A notification popping up on my phone. Confirmation that that notification is coming in. Some of you are waiting on a package, on a side note. But yes, so this positive message for some of you is going to align with someone expressing how fortunate, how grateful they are to have you in their life. They fumble the bag. They want the bag back. They want to do right. They want to work on things with you. They want to be in your life. All right, we have the lovebirds card here. Communication is coming, it says. It says answers are arriving. Detach from the outcome and allow the messages to be received. So instead of working yourself up over when this is coming and la la la, just let it come in. Just know that it's coming, because you know who you are, and a lot of you know that deep down these people that you've dealt with, as far as the message relating in that way, have not let go of you. And you're going to be hearing from them, whether it's one person or multiple people. You also have the other side, the non-physical side, communicating with you. So there are hella signs right now flooding you. I'm seeing hearts, like red hearts. So there could be hearts that you're seeing in abundance, like leaf-shaped hearts, cloud-shaped hearts, just random hearing about hearts, whatever. A sweatshirt that has a big-ass heart on it, and tomorrow you realize, oh my God, I actually said that, and you're making the connections, or you will make the connections. And when you're ever present, you make those connections, and there's nothing you have to do about them. See them, feel them, and smile, and allow the chills to engulf you as you soak in literally everything around you that is speaking to you constantly. That's what it is to be present. That's what it means to be connected. That's what it means to converse with spirit, with your guides, with God, right? Birds are confirmation right now. There could be birds doing some weird things, bird bathing, screaming at each other, flying with each other, landing in your windowsill, doing weird things, or maybe things that are just not the norm for you. So when you slow down and you tap in and you focus your energy on this moment, there's nowhere better to be, because that's where everything is speaking to you. That's where all of your power is. And that's when you really start to receive those downloads the same way you're receiving them through me. And you start to feel much more calm, realizing that there's no need to rush. There is nothing to rush. The past, the present, the future are all intertwined, all one and the same when you're here in the now. So what do we have coming? What do we have coming has been the question at hand. We have career change, lifestyle change. So career change, lifestyle change. What's changing in your career? Some of you are embarking upon new careers, new studies, investigations. You're changing up the way you take care of your body, your mind. You're reading more. Even if it's not physical books, there's more, or there's a specific topic or topics that you're interested in that are helping you to evolve, to be a better person. There are things that you're being pulled away from: gossip, drama, foolishness, the news, fear-mongering, whatever it might be. And you're being called towards more soul-feeding people, places, things, topics, hobbies. So whatever that means to you. You have the Six of Pentacles. It just fell out alongside the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Fairness on a platter, I just heard. Libra energy. Equality is being served to you. So this is you energetically demanding reciprocity. This is not necessarily you going up to everybody, everything, and saying, I demand reciprocity. I've been giving and giving and giving and nothing gives back to me. No, that's resentment. That's bitterness. That's anger. And that gets you nothing. All it does is express to the universe, to spirit, that you are in lack. And so you're expecting more lack, right? Because when you acknowledge something over and over and over again, you're communicating that to spirit, that this is what I have, so keep giving this to me, right? When you acknowledge the good, when you acknowledge what you want more than you acknowledge what you don't want, more of that is served to you, right? I don't know why it's kind of reminding me of like reverse psychology right now. Sometimes that's literally what it is. Where you step up and you say, or you work on a different approach and you go, you know what, I really love the way people give to me. I really love the way people listen to me when I talk. You know, it's like when you talk to your partner, some of us do this, some of us maybe don't know this trick or whatever. And your partner or whoever, and you communicate with them about things that, trick sounds weird. Maybe you don't want to call it a trick, but a tip, a style, an approach, whatever. And you communicate with them the things that you love, either about what they do, maybe they haven't been doing it and you're reminding them, or you talk to them about things that others are doing for you that you love, right? And you say, you know, I really love the way Brian compliments my eyes. And you make that person go, oh my gosh, when's the last time I did this? Oh, you know, they start thinking, they start getting in their head, and they start, you know, wondering if they've been doing this. Sometimes they compare, they get a little jealous, or it just kind of reminds them about where they stand in relation to what you're wanting. You could even say, you know, I really love the way you compliment my eyes, you know, whatever the case may be. But the point here is, when you choose to focus on the beautiful things that are going on, you leave very little room for the negative things to keep showing up, because you literally put yourself in a different timeline, in a different energy. So you start resonating with things that are more of what you want. That's quite literally what happens. So it's like when you think of the radio, and you have all of the stations available to you. You have 105.1, you have Hot 97, you have 107.5, 106.1, whatever. All of the stations are there. The stations don't disappear. You just decide which station you want to tune into. That could be potentially the best way of looking at it for some of you. So some of us call it magic. Some of us might say it's really not magic. It's just focus. Maybe they're the same thing. It's about your perception. But the biggest thing here is you have the control to be like, this is the station I want to be on. It's not that all the bad goes away. It's that you just choose to resonate with that in a different way, right? So that's what we have going on here. You are doing the work, and by doing the work, some of this is already naturally happening for you, and the continuous work will be you maintaining this vibration, maintaining this new lifestyle, right? We talked about lifestyle change. By where your focus is, by who you're tapping into, by what you're tapping into and tuning into. So there's a lot less room for lack mindset. There's a lot less room for complaining. Yes, you can have bad days. Yes, you could curse. You could feel like cursing people out sometimes. It's human. It's cool. We all do it. But where are you residing most of the time? And how is that affecting you on a daily basis? So you have new love coming in. New appreciation for life. New love and appreciation for people around you. New people coming in. I'm hearing cup of love. Cup overfloweth. What was lost is quite literally being replaced with something that is more in tune with your upgraded vibe. For some of you, it will sting a little bit to have to make some of these changes, but it's worth it. Some of this is going on in this very season, Aries season we have here. Emperor energy, getting a hold of your vibe, getting a hold of your accountability. We got those divine masculines coming back. Like we said, listen to my other video, Patreon, a video about these love connections, these people coming back. But yeah, Four of Wands in reverse. So the reason why some of this is going to feel disappointing, or some of these shifts are going to feel a bit uncomfortable, is because the ground is moving right underneath your feet, right? We just had an earthquake in New York. Let me stop. But really, it's like you think you have all this control. You think something's never going to happen to you. All of a sudden, the ground starts shaking, right? Those are your foundations shaking up, right? Because the foundations that are shaking up are the ones that are in need of question, of review. Because a foundation of value could serve us for quite some years, and then one day it doesn't, because we have evolved, we have changed, and you can't expect to change and not have your values change, not have your opinions change. So that's another thing. If you feel crazy because things you used to believe in, things you used to strongly stand by are changing, don't feel that way. Don't feel crazy. That's exactly how it's supposed to be. How do you expect to change, to grow, and then everything around you stays the same? No. Your values, your perception. Look at this damn Cancer following us since the last reading. Oh my gosh. Cancerian energy. Yeah, you can't expect to change without things around you changing. This means friendships are changing, lovers are changing, preferences are changing. And some of the people are going to change with you naturally, and then others are going to fall out of line because they no longer resonate with who you're becoming. So that's what we got going on here. So these are for your best and highest good. Spirit wants you to spend more time in nature. They're saying this will help you to rebalance your mind, body, and soul, and receive the answers that you need to move forward. So there is a sense of moving forward here without a doubt. They're saying there's someone important who can help you with where you need to go. Keep your heart open to people who genuinely wish to assist you. So don't be afraid to befriend people who are quote unquote better than you. And by that we mean, some people are better, or should I say more experienced than us in certain areas. And some of you have been so addicted to just being the best in every room, or just competition and being a perfectionist. And that's what's holding you back. That's part of what's holding you back. That's what's stopping you, right? Sometimes we need to open our heart to people who know a little bit more than us, or even just have a different, a fresher, a more evolved perspective to offer us. It's not a bird coming to visit me by this window. Guys, I have chills. I literally just mentioned this earlier in the video about these birds coming. I don't remember the last time I had a bird visit me, and 2 of them just came. I have chills. Oh my gosh, 2 blackbirds. Wow. I can't. I just pulled a card. Someone from heaven sends their love to you. I cannot. And in this picture that I just pulled, like, let me just show you guys. Someone from heaven sends their love to you. See the 2 birds in the corner? Those are the 2 birds that just visited me. I can't make this up. This is not just me. This is a collective message. Sorry, guys. This is crazy. Yep. What did I say? Your life is about to look a lot different, they're saying, in a good way. So the spiritual world, I promise you, is communicating with you. Please hold on to faith. You are so worthy. You've put so much work in. You've put so much effort in vulnerability and opening up. We have it's time to choose a different direction. And then we support you in this next move. So there's something new that you want to incorporate in your life. Could be the biggest thing, could be the smallest thing. But we have the brown card that fell off in conjunction with everything else. This involves your values. This involves stepping it up. This involves your North Node, which we talked about in the Patreon, last week? This idea of you being triggered, you being encouraged to step into that very part of your life, of your purpose that you've been afraid to step into. Why? Because oftentimes exactly what we're supposed to be doing scares us, because we fear success. We fear falling from success. So it takes time, and it takes baby steps. It takes faith. It takes tuning out the noise and tuning out the naysayers and moving with the fear present. But if you're finding yourself constantly nervous and fearful about moving into new places in your life, that's how you know you're growing. We are not supposed to be completely comfortable all the time. That means we're never stretching ourselves. We're never growing or challenging ourselves. The key is to move with that present and let people see you shake sometimes. All of the greatest people have been seen making mistakes, being vulnerable, being nervous, and still doing it. That's the only way you're going to grow. Taking advice from mentors, sharing and intermingling ideas with people around you, some of whom are going to think differently than you. So stop letting yourself hold you back. We have the yes card that just fell out, and we have your worry is slowing it down. So you in so many ways are holding your own self back because you're feeling not good enough for those rooms, not good enough to express yourself, your vision, your ideas, your values, your perspective on things. Take up space. Make that move. Do that risky thing. Step outside of that box. Be a triangle. There are people who want to hear you. There are people who want to share with you, interconnect with you, learn from you, teach you. You just got to find your people, and you find your people by being you, by putting yourself out there. So this is what's coming next, and it's like your guides, the spiritual world, is sending their love because they want you to feel so incredibly loved. They want you to love yourself that way. 2 yes cards, wow, in the near future. So there's something here that's being shaken up in all the right, beautiful ways. Let's save some of these cards. I'm gonna put these cards in the Patreon space for us to meditate on at our own times. But When I tell you this reading is so, this energy is so powerful, I can't even put it into words fully in this message. You just got to feel it. You just got to know it. And the right people are going to feel it and know it. They're asking, are your habits serving you or hurting you? Two messages speaking to connecting with nature. Some of you need to reevaluate your habits. Refocus. Refine some of your intentions. Some of your intentions have been, up until this point, just to please, to serve, to appease the people, to keep them in good graces with you, to keep them clapping for you, to keep them understanding you. But when you step into your highest calling, you have to be okay with not everybody being on the same page. You have to be okay with the people closest to you and some people who you thought were the closest to you disagreeing with you, condemning you, misunderstanding you completely. And along that path of allowing that, you're going to find your people. You're going to find yourself again and again and again. So something's popping off, as we would say. We have ascension. Look at this. Some of you are ascending with your person. The love of your life. For some of you, the love of your life right now will be your career, right? Your purpose, while everything else falls into place. But look, this ascension energy cannot be denied. There's a boat. This is the Six of Swords. You are moving forward exponentially. Releasing the old, releasing the dusties. Releasing third parties. For some of you, you're with someone, you're about to be with someone who is releasing their third party, right? Ascending your self-worth. Look at this. This is gorgeous. Some of you are about to get behind the camera. You're about to step into some sort of photography, career. That's for somebody exploring more of the world, more of your inner world. This is just gorgeous all around. Some of you are about to meet somebody, the love of your life in like a building, a work environment or something like that. Can't make this up. We have action and we got the bird on the card. Like, holy heaven. Dark night of the soul. You've done the work. You've done the shadow work. You're doing the shadow work. And you're moving on. You're moving along. I heard the name Mosley just now. Mosley on down. But yeah, some of you know you need to choose a new direction, whatever that means to you. Yeah, and as I said that, we have refocus. Look into the horse spiritual animal, the meaning of the horse spirit. Horses are about what? Loyalty? Horses. Yeah. It's a lot of information. Google horses, spiritual meaning. It'll have some sort of special meaning for someone as well. But yeah, if you feel like things are being destroyed, it's for your good, your best good. Some of you are moving through some tumultuous times, and so you're like, this can't be for me. Like, how could the good be coming? I don't see any good happening right now. If you keep looking at it that way, that's how it's going to remain. Sometimes we have to take the initiative to change before change happens to us. We have to take the initiative to decide we're going to see the best in a situation, in us, in life. And that's not always easy. It's not always supposed to be. Someone has been transitioned, how do we call it, relocated home-wise because there's been like a fire, there's been destruction or something like that. God bless, sending you lots of love. It's going to get better. That next home, that next mission, that next experience is going to be better. So I'm putting some affirmations to end this off. The first one we have is God is always on time. Ain't it? We have I am most stunning in my natural state. Aren't you? That goes hand in hand with being raw, leading, speaking, living in your truth. We have, I am completely and utterly lovable, aren't you? I am a safe space. It's screaming, be you. Be your quirky, weird, different, lovable, vulnerable, imperfect, perfect self. A beautiful surprise is on its way to me. It says if my desire doesn't flow to me exactly how I pictured it, it simply means something better is on the way. Hello. So, lots to look forward to, lots to be grateful for. Better is on the way. Even if you're at your best right now, understand that it can get better. So enough about this. I'm peaking. I've peaked. All of that. It's unnecessary and it's untrue. So get ready is all I can say right now. Get ready. It's gonna blow you away. It's gonna blow you away. Love you. Chat with you. Check the Patreon space for your visual messages and so we can chat, have some fun, because I feel like this was a beautiful reading. And if I do end up making this reading public to everybody who's not in our Patreon space, feel free to join us anytime for daily messages and vibes and conversations. Move at your own pace and so forth. We would love to have you. And you can do that by visiting patreon.com/soulfulbeauty111. Love you guys so much. Bye.